Alright, so that loud blast of noise you may have heard was my alarm scaring the crap out of me. Um, yeah, I got it set for the oddest times. I actually really direly need to set my alarm um, because it's just a disaster. So, anyways, yeah, I'm staying in the back lines, keeping people as I can alive. But there's other teammates in the lighthouse, which is our point, and the fortress that are engaged in combat. And I mean, it would probably be nice if I went back to, throw the guy some heals, but this is, the Zerg, and nobody leaves the Zerg if they want to keep getting points. Alright, so one important thing, really, really important thing about holding them within their little camp, you have to cover the sides. Like, this orc just ran around the side and he's headed towards the lighthouse. So, I mean, it looks like these guys know what they're doing. The orc apparently didn't succeed. But, yeah, if you don't guard the sides, then they're going to slip past you and then they're going to cap everything around you. And then you're going to lose. And while zerging is fun, zerging and losing because you were zerging is not. Not for me, at least. So, I'll just chat about the classes a little bit, since for anyone who doesn't really know the game, the Archmage, the one I'm playing, it can be a good healer, it can be decent damage, or it can be a sort of a drain class. Like, what I mean by drain class is that it would be like, as I damage my opponents, I heal my defensive target, which is the ally I am targeting. And stuff like you reduce their skill by so and so, by X amount, and stuff like that. Um, the healer path obviously is an amazing healer. I've seen very good Archmage healers, but as I've played, I've come to realize that while Archmage healers can be good single target healers, like Archmages are fantastic single target healers, but if you want to do AoE heals, or any AoE heals, a Rune Priest or a Warrior Priest is a better healer. Alright, so I've got this skill, Fury of Assyrian. I've never used it before. Huh. And of course, right when I do decide to use it, the game ends. Oh man. But yeah, I got sixth place in healing. Part of the reason why I don't like playing healer in tier 4 much anymore is because my place is so low. Like, I got 50,000 heals. That's not, it doesn't mean I'm a bad healer. It just means that there are so many people healing other than me that by the time my heals go off on the target, it's basically just me overhealing. And overhealing doesn't do anything for you. Um, it's very hard to out heal a warrior priest because they cast their AoE heals faster. They've got hots galore, heal over times, and they're just ridiculous. They can heal continually for long, long amounts of time. But, you know. So that was a little Archmage action. I might, randomly decide that, well, maybe not randomly, but I might do my Shadow Warrior like later or tomorrow or something like that, it'll be painful. I'm not going to play the game over and over and over, doing scenarios over and over, trying to capture that perfect game, because then I have to do a commentary over and over and over to capture that perfect game. And as much as I enjoy talking, which I really don't, um, that would become a real pain for me because I might really love a commentary off one, or I might, you know, do something really, amazing, but my commentary doesn't have anything of interest in any way. But yeah, you do what you can. So I'm going to play one game with the Shadow Warrior, and if it's just us getting wrecked, then obviously I'm not going to post it up. I might post it up, you know, just to show you how devastatingly painful Warhammer can be when the other team is just like stacked with pre-mades and amazing players. But, you know, Warhammer, I don't want to give it the illusion of amazing perfection or anything. I mean, it is far from perfection. It is a very good game, but after a while, you start wishing for something different. Like right now, I kind of wish for, you know, things not like scenarios where you have different opponents, more varied opponents that are a lot worse than you are. Like in WoW. I mean, everybody's been dissing WoW for the longest time that I know of. Holy crap, I'm running in a circle. Um, Everybody's been dissing WoW a lot, and I mean, WoW isn't a bad game. It's just frustrating in that you work your way up to 80. It's not that tough. Then you grind for gear because you can't do anything unless you grind for gear. And then you have to grind for PvP gear. The only problem is PvP gear is a lot harder to get because if you have so many people without PvP gear in your scenario and your opponent has less, you have a greater chance of losing if the people don't have like because all right, I'll try to explain this as clear as I can. There are four or five different things that attribute to your success in player versus player combat, like 1v1 or otherwise. One is your level. If you're fighting an opponent that's a higher level, that means that they have more varied skills. They have a lot more skills than you are. Maybe not a lot, but they have more skills than you. So they have more options, which means that their chances of killing you bump up. I mean, it doesn't make their chance ridiculously high, but they have a greater chance of killing you than you killing them. Now, the second thing is equipment. If your opponent has a lot better equipment than you do, then chances are you're going to lose. I mean, I have yet to see a warlock walking in or a rogue walking in with all greens beat a full wrathful rogue. I've yet to see that happen. I mean, and then this next part might make it happen. The third part is skill. If you're skilled at playing your class, if you're more skilled than your opponent at playing your class, then chances are you're going to beat them. Now, in WoW at level 80, level isn't much of a factor. equipment is a ridiculously high factor. If you if you just started PvPing and everybody in there, you just have to assume that everybody in the battlegrounds has been PvPing for like a year now, and they have all the best crap because that's what's going to feel like. You're going to get your ass, pushed in. You're going to get your shit pushed in. Then the next factor is luck. I mean, if you get a bunch of lucky crits in a row and your opponent gets none, that's just luck. So, wrapping it up, level, gear, skill, and luck. That determines your success. I mean, depending on how many people, it's like if it's 2 versus 2, your teammates, factors are pushed in with yours. But all in all, that's what it takes. And if you're really bad, you have the worst gear in the world, and level doesn't matter much once you're maxed out. Uh, if you're really bad and you have the worst gear in the world, re-roll a different class or learn to play that class. Because, if you haven't learned to play the class within the 80 levels you have been playing it, then either you either you've been away for a long time, or you've been playing your class wrong for a long time. Basically, you just have to relearn your class or re-roll another. And I know getting from 1 to 80 in WoW starts becoming a grind after a while. But, oh man, these 6 versus 6 scenarios kind of take their toll. Especially when they're freaking doing pre-mades. At least in WoW, you can pub against a pre-made and you have a slight chance of winning. I mean, but yeah. So, I'm running in circles again. That's my cue. I'll see you guys later, and this is come to you from my lovely Archmage. Um, yeah. Maybe later I'll get more detailed and start telling you the tactics and the specifics of the masteries, but we'll see. I'm still learning. So, yeah, see you. Take care.